Okay, this is going to be a video of me showing off what I, basically kind of like a hobby of mine that I've been starting, which, is, because at some point I'm probably going to train making animations. So I was starting off by making stuff in Blender, which currently, if I were to show this, for example, this is one of the things I have right now, which this is a model of the of an M9 from CSGO. It's just that it's one of them and not two, which I have been doing some modifications to it because I plan on just I don't exactly know what I'm saying now, but I have modified it to where it would work for any kind of animation I would probably make in the future. But with this model, if I were to go back to this view, I've rigged this model to where sorry about that, I'm kind of sick currently, so sorry if, I don't really know what to say, because I normally don't have to do this, but, so there's this part that controls it, and also I'm planning on remodeling the magazine, because, okay, and also, so I have rigged it to where these move just like how they would. Here's, okay, let's see, I have to rotate that one for safety on, safety off. Over here for the hammer. Oh, that was, yeah, that was the correct thing. So I can rotate it, which that probably goes out a little bit too far, but I can fix that. But I have it to where if I do that, and then like realistically I would have it this part, which I animated for the main purpose of, because realistically an M9 would have that there to lock the slide. So I kind of added that. I'm just animating it, or rigging it, where at some point I can possibly use it for some kind of animation, even though at some point I would probably have to make my own model, which I am in the process of making some models. Which I will show one of them later in the video. But other than that, I have a thing that just has all sorts of ammo that I have made, which I'm probably not going to be using this scaled and down models for, probably not going to be using those, but I will most likely be using these in my my animation that I plan on making, even though I'm going to have to remake these 6 right here, because they're not entirely to scale, unlike those and all of these. And the last thing I plan on showing is this thing that I have where it is a scope. Again, it's a model from CSGO, but I modified it to where the actual inside of it is hollow. I moved some vertices of the geometry so that it's not block it. But in this, I have 4 lenses. So there's one there, one. Oh yeah, for now. One. I don't exactly remember where lenses are, so I'm just gonna go for the sphere. Let's see. No. Oh well. Either way, there's a lens there, Oh, there it is. Lens there. A lens there and there. And the reason why it's like that is because with Blender, at least with Cycles, I'm not exactly sure if if the Blender render engine can do it, but with Cycles I am using an actual glass material, or a shader of glass, which I'm using to actually physically magnify the image. So if I were to go over to material there, you'll see those off in the distance. So if I were to actually go to the camera and then render, you'll see that actually zooms in. It's actually not that, it's actually kind of far away. It actually zooms in a little bit. Which, the scope is not particularly that impressive. Which, I have a picture of whenever I was using an ACOG site model. But basically I was doing the same thing, and let's see here. And this is what I had. Which I managed to do this with just one lens, and it magnified it a lot better. But the only downside was that it was one concave lens. So it did not look real. So if you're not using it as a way of zooming, it would not look the most realistic. And also earlier, how I mentioned I have made my own models. Well, here's this is one of the models I made, which was supposed to be similar to, what I kind of made it, planning for it to be like a sci-fi Smith & Wesson 500, just because I really, really like that gun, even though I'm pretty sure I'll never be able to fire it ever. Because I'm pretty sure my wrist would break. So, which, if, I might, man, I'm not going to show it, the Blender file in this video. But with this, it is to where if you do move this, you can see that actually does shift it over. Kind of like an actual scope effect. Which it's not appearing very well because it's having to take samples, which this will be going by faster if I were to do something in later videos. If I were to do something similar to this, I will have a new graphics card that will make this render significantly faster, because over here I have it rendering with my GPU currently, which is at the very least better than using CPU, because it's taking forever to get one sample. Oh, finally started getting 2 samples, but if I were to switch back to GPU compute, it gets samples a lot faster. Which, I'm gonna be quite happy whenever I get my new graphics card. I'm curious. Let's see here, can I even find the ACOG? Very awkward silence of awkwardness. There it is. So you're doing, yeah, okay. That's a graphic. Select everything. Okay, so if I were to go to this, you'll see from the previous thing. I don't remember what I did. Yeah, I think it was to where, yeah, because I have it to where, if you were to be looking at it more indirectly, then it'll be hazy, but yeah, that didn't particularly work. I guess set that back to 0. And let's see, where's the other glass? There it is. Also, I gave the glass a red tint just because it just looks a little nicer whenever it actually has color to it. And again, green would also work for it. Well, actually, that's not connected to anything, so let's see here. I don't know why it's blurry for this picture. Oh, wait, I closed the thing. Oh. Like in that picture that I had earlier, you could see that it was much clearer. And yep, that will be it for this video. Let me know if anyone would like to see me do more stuff like this, then just let me know, and I'll gladly do more stuff with this. Also, this is kind of a partial reason for why I have not been doing much YouTube, apart from me playing just video games and not really remembering that I have a YouTube channel. But anyway, let me know if anyone would like to see more things like this. And that will be the end of this video. Thank you all for watching.